Game 2, a complete stop by Liquid. Forget about that as well. All that matters, Lumi, is this Game 3 right here, right now. Two top teams in the groups. Whoever takes this goes on to the grand finals. Newbie waiting in that best-of-5 finals.
As we get deeper and deeper into a best-of-3 series and later on a best-of-5 series, the draft starts to get a little bit more and more wonky. And I think this was one of those drafts. We had the panel talking about GH on the Rubik. Last time we've seen a captain do that was Puppy.
And he was dominated. Yeah. I think there were 7 or 8 successful charge ganks in a row.
Prepare for
Can
battle.
Kuro match what Puppy achieved? We'll see. This time around, there's the Fissure, there's the Cast. Morphlene's a tough gank. Batrider, potentially a kill. I don't think it's quite as good of a Spirit Breaker game as that one was for Puppy, but that said, they do have the Prophet +1 factor, and that's always something you have to keep in mind.
Yeah, I think I need to watch the mid matchup. Is it going to be Venomancer versus Death Prophet? Because
speaking of the mid matchup, Miracle, perhaps he's heading mid here, is playing the Terrorblade as that early pooled regen with the poor man's shield. So does LFY, do they mix these lanes up?
Warriors of the wood.
Ooh, I really like the warding coming out from LFY. Look at the 2 river wards. This is actually pretty rare to see, and they just want to make sure that every time that there are charges to the mid lane, they will be fully aware of it.
Mind control already, trying to get his bully game on. So Liquid go with the offensive try set up initially. You can see some deep zoning, trying to pressure this side lane Morphling. Every little poke counts.
There are a lot of taunts on Prophet. I think he has more taunts than any other heroes, and I think that one by far is the best one.
Draining in the gold. Well, they might not have drafted the Alchemist, but Prophet can certainly farm when duty calls. So how will they settle down here with the lane? At least for now, the Spirit Breaker going to handle the block. It does look like the Terrorblade mid. Do you think LFY expected this laning setup? And how will Terrorblade fail? Or fare, I should say. Poor choice of words. Versus the...
Well, if GH goes for the courier snipe, which he's not going to get because Afu will be the secondary courier to bridge it through.
Charge comes in, early harass here.
Lift him up, toss him
They
back.
are going to look for more. They lift him, they drop him.
First blood, maybe.
And they finish up
One more hit.
Fissure. One more, they get him! Liquid with the early first blood.
You asked how he is going to fare. If he gets a first blood, he is going to do just fine. He might have a little bit of trouble as Metamorphosis is down for 2 minutes, but that high base armor, the fact that he is going to get a lot of rotation support from the Spirit Breaker, I think Miracle's going to be just fine.
They're charging top now, setting up for Monet. Does Kuro really want to dive this tower? He crossed the tree line, then backs away. So our other lane, this bottom setup, this is going to be a Venomancer taking on a Batrider 1v1. Now we have seen Batriders get solo kills in that matchup. Generally Veno, a 1v1 specialist. So we'll see how it works out. In Flames.
This is actually one of the worst matchups in the game. And
on there.
Like what we're watching right now is the reason why.
Oh, that's a kill attempt. Tumba. They're also looking to dive the top lane simultaneously. 5 stacks, but Tumba being alive for now, burning but not going to fall, and now diving forward. DDC is probably the easier kill, but it's Monet they want. It might be Monet they get. Kuro's still there, cutting him off at the pass, body blocking it. Monet slowly being worked out. This Morphling, we're the masters of Liquid, say Team Liquid, as they conquer him and now turn back to the tower. They're already bringing this tower down quickly, Lumi. And GH is diving deeper. The laning setup is caught LFY off guard. Can they at least get a counter kill? GH with the lift back, run away. Witch Doctor's pretty high base damage. This tower is going to fall sub 3 minutes at this rate. Where is the defense from LFY? They're getting pushed in so rapidly.
Morphling is notoriously one of the worst laning heroes because his stats are just not great. His range is very low. And even though Witch Doctor is such a good support overall in the laning stage,
he's squishy.
Yeah,
he's a little immobile.
Squishy.
And Liquid, first blood, second blood, tower down. They're farming decently mid in the meanwhile. Miracle holding his own here early against Super. The Veno, sure, struggling quite a bit bottom, but he's not dying, at least for now. So Liquid off to a strong start in this deciding.
Courier gonna get sniped on the mid lane.
Mind control gets it. This is the dream start for Liquid.
They gotta cut him off. They gotta force a kill here.
Through. He can just run the other way. Where's the follow-up? Nobody else coming in. Mind control.
You see him now.
They're gonna slow him down a little bit. He starts dancing. He starts taunting. LFI are not having it though. The body block's coming out. Apu's gonna have another fissure soon. Well, Mind control will be dancing back to the grave and back to the well. LFY do strike back. Great body blocking there from Afu. Scores them a much needed kill.
LFY needs to punish Team Liquid for committing so many heroes on the top lane. You lost the early tower, you lost a couple kills. You should be winning these
They're
lanes.
looking to go on bottom here, perhaps as well, but no mana on Inflame.
Yeah, the fact that he committed for the flame break, which is such a rare skill up at level 2, and he didn't get that kill, I think this is the reason why he's actually not excelling in this lane.
You know, one thing that was discussed even before the tournament started was that Liquid was apparently running hard carries in the mid lane pretty often. With that extra creep, you can really get ahead if you have a good start. We do see Miracle already at 27 CS.
Yep.
It obviously got help early. This TB, a far cry from last game, is starting to get out of control.
I mean, you made a point that earlier that we see Matumba playing the mid lane more than Miracle has. The extra mid creep is one of the factors there.
Yeah, it really opens up options for dual lanes. You know, we've seen the IO picks come out a lot. Not always mid, but obviously also can make hard carries more viable in that scenario. They do get a deep ward down here, so where does Monet go? Morphling is level 2 at 4 minutes, and he's roaming. He's heading towards the mid lane. He wants to assist with Kuroki, gets the charge off. Well, Morphling will lend the assist, but the bash comes out. Kuro shrugs it off. Cass comes up bouncing. They try to slow him down. The NP's going to join the fray as well. It's a party in the jungle, and Super's getting pounded from behind. In comes Miracle. Lift him up, toss him down. They kill him off. Liquid get the Death Prophet. Far more important than that support DDC. And they even committed 4 to that fight. LFY taking these early skirmishes. This is where Spirit Breaker is king. And now they're going to start to push this tower, bringing the Treants in. And this is such a dominant start from Liquid. Up 4,000 gold at 5 minutes. How can LFY respond? They got run over, trucked in game 2.
Look at the
game 3 is opening up the same way.
Look at the difference when it comes to, well, hold that thought here as we have Afu threatening to use that fissure to block somebody off. They do. He's not level 6 yet. They want to commit for Miracle.
Good sprout,
what a good
mind
sprout.
control. Keeps Super at bay. Tries to back, but now Inflame rotates in. Numbers are committed from LFY. Can they get Miracle? The
Fissure.
toss back. Fisher says no. LFY, God, they needed that bad.
By doing so, they also defend their tower.
They're going to set up here on Monet. There is a Spirit Breaker. They can't quite kill, but man, look how much that Prophet hurts already. Only Morphling is able to trade fairly effectively, but he's just so underfarmed.
Well, Morphling
so
is
underleveled.
500 HP, so, you know, his...
Every hit hurts, and they're still leaving that Spirit Breaker in the neighborhood. Kuro threatening to go in. He will get scouted out here by Inflame. Gets to work, so heavy roaming, and he's out.
Prophet might be in a little bit of trouble here if they actually get the Flame Break
He's
pushback.
got the phase boots. It's a very tough kill. Even with the Flame Break pushback, can they really bring him down? And pushes him away.
Okay.
Still Inflame chasing this, though. But backup is coming from GH. He can lift, they can disengage.
Yep.
And that is what Liquid choose to do. All the while, Matumba ramping up in the bottom lane, evacuated by the bat. Who's going to lane? It's the Venom.
Yeah. This is a big problem.
It was the story of game 2. The laning setup was just so superior. And it's feeling, at least for now, like Liquid have found a magic formula for this deciding game 3. Tower down. That's 2 for Liquid, and they're looking for more. In the middle lane, though, Super looking to answer back. Exorcism, he does get off his ultimate. Still Miracle might die. The Ghost coming in. He wins the man fight. And now, Ghost Lady down. They look for more with the lift back. DDC gonna survive this, and in the trees, Kuro brought down by the Ancients, as well as an Earthshaker, but nonetheless, 2 towers for Liquid. They're looking for more. Gale comes through.
Lasso.
Wants to slow it down. The Lasso
Not available.
Not skilled yet. He's already gone for
Fissure.
other abilities. Now the Fissure coming out. They do get the Matumba Man kill. LFY very scrappy under this constant pressure of staying in the game. Kills on cores are what they need, but Miracle comes in from the rear.
Oh my
Look
God.
at the damage.
Oh
You look at it go with
God.
Doctor. Oh, more. Liquid, they just keep on striking. Now the tier 1 mid has fallen.
And tier 2 is soon to follow. LD, look at the difference in terms of efficiency. Whenever we see Miracle use the Metamorphosis, he's getting kills, he's getting towers. Last game, when Monet was doing that, he was struggling to stay alive, and that all comes down to the lanes. You have a Morphling that is still struggling. You had a Batrider who had the lane advantage matchup, but he's forced to help out his allies.
Compare those 2 carries.
Yeah.
You have a Morphling, no items whatsoever. He's level 5. It doesn't even feel like it. And you've got a Terrorblade Brawl Gear on level 7 with Aquila. Treads picked up. Almost I mean, not quite tripling, but like 2.5 times his net worth. And they keep on pressuring. They've got the ward, they've got the vision, they're gonna charge. Kuro, heavy commitment, looking for the bash. Won't find it, forces out the TP, and that's fine for Kuro. He can back away. Just give mind control this lane. This is creating space for the Terrorblade. Meanwhile, GH, third most farmed hero in the game at 3K net worth.
Yep, and Blink Dagger is gonna be his item choice. The bottom 3 net worth, we got Monet. He definitely doesn't have any Monet right now, if you know what I mean. He can't jungle very well as a Morphling either, so I'm not exactly sure what he could be doing to recover.
Top shelf Lumi. This could be a very dead super. They move in, Sprout comes through, he's still getting the Spirit Sight down, but they blast him down anyway. Keeps on working, and Liquid's commitment rewarded again. The punishment is everywhere. Now GH stealing a big nuke for this early in the game.
Yeah, they're gonna just keep on pushing. No Metamorphosis for this one, but they got the trees, they got the wards. Let's go. Put more pressure.
This reminds you of that ancient DTS early aggressive tri-lane, Lumi. Back in the old school days, take that early tower with the Ench and the 3 heroes and then just keep on pushing. It's a different set of heroes. It's a new map. It's a bigger map, but it's still working out for Liquid. Kuro diving deep, forces 2 away. That leaves the bat on his own. Miracle lassoing up GH, but can't even get the kill. GH is flying away like Harry Potter tries to survive, but he is not the boy who lived. He's the boy who's very, very dead. Now the fight breaking out, everyone dropping low. They need the finishes here. Wait, they extend it. That's 4 dead. Mind control's got to get out.
Can he get out?
TP away.
Okay.
Nothing to cancel it. DDC out of mana. Oh, Liquid have to be careful. They were so close to getting like 4 kills there. They get only the bad. They give up a few. They still have not KO'd LFY. They need to respect LFY's ability to turn these fights. 2,300 gold swing.
It is a big goal swing, but look at the net worth right now. It's still 4 members of Team Liquid ahead. They are itemizing for the mid game as well. We're going to watch this team fight one more time. Kuro just runs in, zones out 2 to 3 members of LFY. Meanwhile, the Bat Rider here, though, doing a significant amount of damage with Firefly. Somehow, someway, LFY doesn't actually just pop at the beginning of the fight, and then they somehow live through this. Thanks to Super coming in from the backline, 4 HP, and just kills pretty much everybody.
And Mind Control was diving with Kuro at the base, going for those high ground kills. Perhaps if he was there with the team, it would have been different, but Chaos is where LFY thrived, at least in that particular case. You can see the intensity on all these players. So much at stake for them. GH at least having a moment. He knew it was a very ambitious retreat, but gave it his best shot. So where do Liquid go next? They grab the Orcanal and the Nature's Prophet.
All that thought.
And they look for a smoke here on LFY. Matumba Man in position with his bevy of wards to try and keep him safe. He's up the hill as well. The dream scenario for Veno, but still gets caught. Fissure coming through. Valdic to follow. Oh, that is a cooked snake for dinner. Matumba Man is done. And meanwhile, charge in the bottom lane. Monet's out of mana. Kuro could potentially die for this, but they don't want to commit.
Yeah, he's
they
only
do have that
level 4.
Prophet Orchid, but again, already had fully strength morph. So I mean, still I look at LFY Lumi and I have to ask, like, what is Morphling going to do this game? He has 3K net worth to the 5, 6K of these Liquid cores. Can he get back in the game?
He's going to do nothing for a long time. It's not up to Morphling. It's really up to his teammates. Rubik has the Blink Dagger picked up right now. He's looking for Fissure Steals while harassing a little bit here on Afu.
GH finds one. He's going to reel that Shaker in onto the high ground. Welcome to my cliff, but Afu will just walk right back down.
Back and forth they go. Check out Afu's gold. He is so close to the Blink Dagger, and I think that's where LFY is looking to turn the game. He is looking around to stop Prophet. He's going to look around to assassinate the Venomancer. And that smoke gank that they did earlier on the Veno, very critical to actually propel the Shaker ahead.
Do you want to see Liquid keep on forcing the issue right now? They've got this big lead, but obviously going high ground against the Shaker and a Bat is normally where they can thrive. Would you rather see Liquid slow down a little bit, just spend some time farming?
I think slowing down is a good choice. You want to work the map a little bit. You have excellent map control because you've taken down a lot of these buildings. And also critically, you want your Spirit Breaker to get more levels. He's only level 5. You definitely want Nether Strike moving forward. Rubik getting a bigger mana pool and getting more levels is good too.
They might be trying to set up a play here around the shrine. There's a haste turn snagged early. Super has Exorcism.
They see Matumba.
And Liquid are sticking around for this. The wards have been laid down, but they're going to fight into these wards. Exorcism committed. Oh, Inflame getting charged out of the fight. Can they just bait Super and run away? Spooky, spooky ghosts. But just get out of there and you're fine as Kuro
gonna
does get roasted, likely going down. They will get the lift. They look for the turn. The Gale coming through. TP out. Where's the counter to that? There is none. He's
bottom,
gone, and out bottom. Looking for the Witch Doctor. The trade comes as Liquid do answer back. A support for a support, but they forced out the Exorcism.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think it's...
And they stole it too.
I think it's... Oh, they stole it.
Oh no.
Okay. That's a different story.
For LFY.
Oh, that is really bad. I was gonna say at this point when you're behind, you want to go for one-for-one trades, but not if you give up Exorcism to the other side. That's just not the trade that you're looking for at all.
All right, does the game plan change now? Now you've got an Aegis. Are you thinking high ground? We'll see for Liquid soon.
I think Team Liquid, the only way they could really high ground is when they kill 2 to 3 heroes. The Aegis helps though. I mean, obviously experience gold is all nice. You can safely push. Now LFY responds, but I think it's too late.
But perhaps too slow for this.
Super
already down.
Super cannot give up.
Kuro's out in front to LFY even think about fighting. They have no Exorcism. And they don't really have a carry in the Morphling, so it's all about the Shaker. It's all about the Echo, if they can find it. DDC reveals it. Apu with the Fissure. He's still not detected as of yet. He's under the cover of that smoke. In the charge coming towards Monet. They've got the Orchid, but he does wave down to below ground. Got the Strength Ward Ball. Keeps on going, even through the silence.
That's where, if you have Nether Strike, you have a chance of actually killing Monet. But
really wanted to make something happen with this Blink, but now a Radiant Ward scouts it. The ping came out instantly from Miracle. And so there will be no ambush. There will be no surprise. There will be only Miracle charging in. But quickly chunking down DDC. The charge. The job not even needed to get the vision. And now they steal the Fissure as well. GH wants to die for this. Apu forced back. LFY. It's starting to feel desperate for them now.
they are just going high ground. Never mind what I said earlier.
Liquid, perhaps.
Okay, no,
not yet. Not yet. Yeah. But no rush either. 9,000 gold lead. All outer towers standing, and they keep on charging for more. Looking for Monet. They will not let this Morphling get out on the map and farm, and you can see it in the net worth. He's in 7th place. That is atrocious for a Morphling.
It's going to be a long while. It's building Lincoln Sphere as well, which, I mean, will help them survive, but there's a lot of ways that Team Liquid could break that. Just charge across the map will break it, a Wrath of Nature will break it. But, you know, it's an item that he has to go for just to extend his farm a little bit.
Meanwhile, Super also struggling in the farm department. Still his first big item yet to arrive. And a lot of that coming down to LFY not getting any towers, not having any map control. But what will accelerate that map control is the Shadow Blade being picked up now by the Mind Control NP. Still LFY, shades of last game, searching for those pickoffs, searching for opportunities, but you just have to admire the vision game of Liquid. That network of wards, just a minefield for LFY to even think about leaving the base.
Not only do they have vision from jungle,
from north to south, they basically extend all the way across here.
Yeah. Not only do they have vision in your jungle, they're actively farming your jungle as well. So LFY really have no room to make any kind of catch-up. And now we see Bat Rider.
Here comes the jump. GH has that stolen Fissure still with the silence coming through. Bat won't have an answer. Fissure locks him in place. But Apu looking for the response. He jumps in. Echo committed. Wants to bring down GH, but GH going for the TP out. They need more damage. He's got him there. He gets away to safety. And now Mind Control will overextend. He'll be punished. That's the bigger kill for LFY. A bridge too far for Liquid. And they end an unstoppable streak.
Very quick response time coming out from LFY.
That is like a 1,400 gold swing, that one kill.
Yep. Granted, at this point, though, LFY, even though they're getting these key kills, they're unable to turn them into objectives because they're so far behind. So I think Team Liquid still sitting very pretty in the current given situation, but that kill did give the Bat Rider the Blink Dagger, so more ways now for LFY to come back.
Miracle rotating in deep here, and does have eyes on DDC as they go for a D-ward. The charge comes through. Liquid want to take this fight. They've got the Metamorphosis. They let it go. They get the silence off of Monet, but he is already straight morphing. Mind Control in deep. Has to be careful. Stolen Exorcism! And again, the Ghosts fight for the side of Liquid as they chase forward. Super getting nuked down, and in comes Matumba from the rear. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Gets up the Poison Nova, bringing down the Replicant. Inflame is there with the trade. A very chaotic fight, but LFY are handling it okay. They do get another Nature's Prophet kill. Liquid might try to go for the high ground push, but the creeps will not cooperate. They're still a bit far away, and by the time they arrive, the Exorcism that was stolen will be gone. But you can see the power of a Rubik when he's had this kind of start, Lumi.
Yeah.
Very difficult to prevent these spell steals. Like, normally this Blink is, it's not even done yet. Like, it'll be coming out around that 20-minute mark in a lot of Rubik games if he doesn't find the early kills. But with the towers, the kills, GH has it very fast.
Normally, it's quite easy to not get your Exorcism stolen because you have a lot of spells on Death Prophet you can easily throw out, whether it's Spirit Siphon or Crypt Swarm, but They're doing a very excellent job of stunning the Prophet as she casts her spells.
They also have wards everywhere,
Yeah.
so she can't do it from fog or anything like that most of the time.
Right. Bat Rider flying through the Aegis is still going on Terrorblade, so Miracle just runs away from the gank. But I think what we're seeing right now for LFY is they're maintaining some resemblance of control with their jungle. They're not just getting completely ran over. The space to farm is limited, but they're still getting a tiny bit. So the hope is there. They're just looking, searching for any Team Liquid mistake. How are we doing on smokes on LFY side? That's kind of the other big important factor. I don't see any other heroes right now, and imagine it's very low amount of their shops. They need smokes, they need to get out there and use that blink bat.
They're moving in for super. He's in pretty deep, doesn't have the exorcism ready.
Aegis is out.
It's out. The Aegis will expire. As Liquid continue to occupy this dire jungle, it's a game of choke Dota as they try to keep LFY fully bottled up. And as you mentioned, it's few and far between the opportunities to hit creeps, but LFY trying to take every last morsel that Liquid grant them. And now the lasso, the opportunity is there. Can they kill up mind control? Gets up the silence, but Bat Rider flies high. Another one in. Flame is delivering here, but they might lose off Boo. From the rear comes Miracle, brings him down, and now Kuro charging, galloping after Inflame. He turns back for DDC, but the cast!
It's bouncing.
It's bouncing beautifully. Finally gets off another strike. Will secure that Witch Doctor kill, so both supports down. They traded that for a Furion.
Again,
They have the stolen exorcism. They've got a little time. Liquid, perhaps they just blow this and try to force the high ground. The Prophet could buy back or might just respawn.
the respawn time is so low on the side of White Heroes.
You know GH wants to. He's just going to go in, gets the quick steal as he activates the exorcism. Probably won't do a whole lot with it from the looks of things.
Yeah. Still, to me, LFY are finding good trades right now, trading a support for a core. The goal and the experience change are very similar, but the fact that you slow down the Team Liquid push. And again, when you're behind, mathematically, you just want to trade even. And that's exactly what LFY is doing right now.
Yeah, what that 10,000 gold lead that is feeling very massive now won't be the same if it stays at that level 10, 15, 20 minutes from now.
Right. And we're getting closer and closer to the Lincoln Sphere on Morphling. Still a long time before LFY could really take a fight on an even footing. And of course, you could also use Replicate to start, making Terribly Illusion of your own. He's going to be building items that are really, really helpful to Illusions if you want to go that route.
I mean, even with the Lincolns, definitely the Morphling is still gankable. You've got a lot of ways to break that Lincolns. The Charge is the most obvious one. The Orchid,
Wrath of Nature.
The Wrath of Nature, potentially. You've got the Rubik who can set up. So I still think even with Lincolns, he's very afraid to leave the base, but
I mean, it
is a step.
The Lincolns is actually a decent farming item in the sense that it allows you to stay at full HP. The mana pool regeneration is quite good. You can spam more waveforms, but it's nothing crazy. Elf-wise, they're really out of mistakes at this point, right? Like, if you make a mistake against Terrorblade, especially when you're so pressured on your side of the map, you're losing buildings. So LFY have to play perfectly.
You mentioned the importance of these smokes, and they are going for one now. They're showing the Morphling bottom. They do have a Replicant roaming in, so he can join them at a moment's notice, perhaps hoping that Liquid is trying to set up on that Morphling, but
look at LFY's vision. They're going for a smoke. They see nothing.
Poor mind control again. And Flame diving deeper for this. They're going to sweep towards mid. Do they dare take a fight into this tier 1 with
this
Liquid
not a good position.
all off the map? That is such a risky maneuver.
All right.
And then they back down.
Precious smoke down,
They're not willing to do it.
10-minute cooldown on that thing. What are you going to do?
You do have to take risks as LFY.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to pull those types of ganks off when you've lost all your outer towers. Liquid have vision everywhere. They still have all their outer towers up. Like, the opportunities to dive it's tiny windows you have to sneak through, basically. And LFY just couldn't find the crack.
Well, the first major item here finished on Super. The Solar Crest, very, very important to survive against the Terrorblade damage. Look towards him building something like Shiva's, or we've even seen Ghost Scepters being purchased on Death Prophet. Never mind, Ghost Scepter's not going to be effective, as I say that the Diffusal play also comes online on Terrorblade.
They're looking to set up here, perhaps. Monet is fine. At least for now, just being a nuisance. GH moves in, and they have the charge on Apu. They dive in deeper. Fissure coming out. Now they're insta-steal. It's all a trap just to get that grab. Nice pickup. Probably something we'll continue to see more of with the vision and map control edge they have.
Yeah, we've seen 011 yesterday give up a ton of fissures.
You can't even really fault Apu that much. Like, they have wards everywhere.
Yeah.
You're constantly being charged. They're going to have openings for this very farm Rubik to grab it.
Bottom lane, GH, Fissures, styling on people, although might get caught here.
Trian's gonna scout out in flame. Still, he blinks in, diving deeper. Already Rubik. Away to safety. But
Dire's top tower
it's a
is under
relatively
attack.
calm game for LFY right now. Like, very tense perhaps in terms of state of the game, as they are gonna find GH. GH actually, he's found in flame. He lifts him up, blinks away. Doesn't have the Firefly.
Dire's top tower
Who's caught
is under
whom?
attack.
Already, the split push is mounting. That top tower down to about half HP. I mean, that's the thing is, like, if Liquid don't feel confident in a head-on assault, they could split push this. They have the illusions, they have the NP, they have the plague wards. There are
Dire
alternatives
are
here for them. But in comes the bat again. He's walking right past those Veno wards, snaking around. They're gonna scan the side, and now GH strikes. Blinks in, gets the lift, sets up the charge in doing so, and now 4 heroes are scrambling down. The Fissure comes through as well. Inflame wants to back, but if he waits too long, as the Zap comes out, the Fissure interrupts and keeps Kuro at bay, TP out.
Everybody.
Morphling off to the middle lane, and meanwhile that Terrorblade is pushing out the top. So Liquid, keep the
Dire's
pressure
top tower
flowing.
That tier 3 on the top lane is about to drop though. They're taking way too much damage. There was a siege unit pushing in early as well. The glyph is going to get forced out. Look at the itemization that's coming out from Team Liquid. They're trying to end the game in about the next 10 minutes.
Double BKB.
Yeah, double BKB is what they're waiting for. Venomancer's got his. Terrorblade's going for his as well. They're looking to end the game right now. So even though the game is looking calm right now, it's really the calm before the storm.
And somehow Monet is actually, I mean, he's still wasting up in this thing.
Right.
He's got 900 gold towards it. He's picked up the Ghost Scepter. Sure, it's not going to be the best defensive tool against the Diffusal Blade, but it might give him some kill potential.
Well, it's more so that his Ethereal Blade combination isn't going to be very good against the double BKB does.
It's actually about to be triple as
Prophet's also working.
yeah, Veno, Prophet, and even the TB all went for it. They're going to smoke now. Liquid, much higher chance of succeeding on these folks as they've got the positional advantage. They can quickly close the gap on LFY. Monet still has his Lincolns up. They're going to scan out this bottom lane. Mind control, trying to make sure it's safe. And they gank on the illusion. Kuro.
Dire's bottom
Okay,
tower
not going
is
to
under
connect. We've
attack.
seen quite a few illusion baits.
But base is pressured. Look at the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Liquid
Radiant's
ramping up the
top
split
tower
push,
is
ramping up
under
the aggression. The Veno's the man in front. And they are
cancel
taking
the
fight.
TP.
They do cancel TPs. X marks the spot, but Monet looks for the pickup, the stolen wakeboard. Morphblade still chasing. Liquid are fighting.
The base,
They're losing
the
the
base.
fight. The base is in shambles now. They've got to get back quickly. Racks are falling. Miracle's in there. They haven't gotten the melee yet. Super holds the line for now.
Kill them
the Trian's
illusions.
still working. Monet gets
Kill
the
them
double.
illusions.
More for LFY.
Can they kill the
But one
illusions?
melee down. They are going to get more Luby. That's 4 heroes dead. That is a lot to give up for Liquid.
Maybe
for just
5?
the melee. They
Maybe
might even
5?
lose Miracle. He's got the
We lost the
Sunder.
Firefly.
He hasn't spent his gold yet. He might need to do so. LFY are chasing. They look to lock him down.
That's 5.
Alpha's going to die.
Wait, just
No,
kidding.
not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Still LFY are chasing, but can they slay the beast? Miracle's taking the
my God,
his damage.
That's not 5. He's still alive right now. They're so afraid of the Sunder.
They want him, but heroes are respawning.
got silence.
Rubik's coming
They got
back.
silence.
Finally, Morphblade arrives. Waving.
Sunder!
He bounces out. He won't get it off. And
Okay.
now Kuro might die as well. That's 6 dead for Liquid.
Make that 6.
That's 6
now,
kills for a melee.
for the first time LFY have seen the rivers. They're actually crossing it, trying to do a little bit of damage.
Push out these lanes.
Okay, Morphlings
The
walking
LFY
into the Roche.
fans are
Can they
feeling-
actually get Roche?
They don't have exorcism for this. This might be too ambitious.
Too local, man. I don't think this is a play.
LFY, they're like, I have a DD road. I'm a Morphling.
Let's get back. Let's get back,
Let's
boys.
breathe. Let's take a step
But
back.
here's the thing, right? You lost some melee racks. Those shrines are going to be forsaken. Even though it was a very costly push for LFY, or sorry, for Team Liquid, I think that was okay for them.
Suddenly Monet going from the 7th hero net worth. He is right there with the Nature's Prophet.
And he's got the shotgun finish. It's time that he can start blowing up these supports. And now they're going right back into Roche.
Morphling into
No
the
meta.
pit. They're going to commit for this. The Terrorblade's not in the fight just yet, and DDC forced them away. Don't tell me, LFY. They got Nexus Aegis too. Now the lasso. It's going to find him.
got Echo.
They bring him down. Blocking on top.
got BKB. What is going on?
Huge commitment. They still fight on. Waving up to the high ground. Pushing him back. Shot Liquid overextended. That's another kill. That's 8 kills in a row for them. They might get more.
Oh,
This
they're
might
going to
be
get
number
more.
9.
They're going to get more.
They're not pushing.
Triple kill on Monet. He's not a support Morphling anymore. He's got the Monet now, going for kills after kills.
He is almost even with the Terrorblade.
What is happening, boys?
Monet was 7th in net worth like 15 minutes ago. He is now almost King Kahuna at number 1.
All right, Don't get too crazy. Bottom pressures in. That range racks is going to take some damage
They're
right
going
now.
to lose tier 1 tier. This top one's going to fall. LFY could get more. Liquid, they won with the split push in game 2 yesterday. They've shown they can do it.
They're losing range racks.
But they have to be very disciplined here and not overcommit.
How did Prophet get the Aegis?
TP's in with the BKB and
he
just
just
snatches it.
Out right click them. You got 3 heroes? No problem. I'm mind control. Easy play.
We've seen so many game-changing Aegis snatches, and that certainly was a big one for Liquid, but they gave up a lot to get it. And now the fight breaking out further. They're trying to find this Batrider and Flame on the bottom lane. For now, it's okay as the charge comes through, but more commitment as the cast bounces.
Here comes LFY.
To the damn rescue. Monet coming in with the shotgun, forces out the BKB, wins back for another kill. LFY hold the line. What was once a 12,000 gold lead mere minutes ago, 15,000 in fact, is now down to half that and dropping rapidly. Experience in the LFY favor, in fact.
Oh my goodness. Aegis going to the side of Prophet. I'm not sure what he mentioned it, but Monet's got the cheese. That's going to be an important factor moving forward. The only way to kill Morphling is to chain stun him, make sure he's silenced, make sure that he can't strength morph. But the fact that he's got cheese, is Monet immortal moving on these team fights?
He's certainly a tough kill. I think we can all agree on that. And now he's got the BOTs picked up as well. Mantis style grabbed soon as in the quick buy. That'll be his next pickup.
Yep.
Also, they did itemize for the stage of the game, Lumi. They didn't go back for more farming items. They didn't really commit for full
Yeah, they were
split
supposed
push.
to win right now.
They wanted that one timing, take a huge fight and win the game. Can they slow it down now? Can they reset, adjust their plan, and try to go a bit later, dodge the fight, split push more? Are they all in on this early, like let's say mid-game timing push? They have
it's
the
really
profit,
a tough
right?
call. I mean,
they have the profit. I feel like there's always that chance.
I think you could play it both ways because Prophet is one of those heroes that could itemize for the late game as well. If you get a Cypher Vice, then you're looking at some really opportunities to pick up LFY kills. But your upper racks, maybe you could do a frontal push. I mean, I think either way it's going to be tough here. They went for 3 BKBs and they lost the most important fight that matters. So, I don't know.
The seeds of
Liquid, so close. They could smell it. They could taste it. They're not there yet. They have to stay disciplined here. They're going for some additional items now. We'll see a Lotus Orb under construction here for GH. That's cool to deal with that lasso. Could be huge for them coming down the stretch. We have seen godly performances out of this support hero, out of this player throughout the tournament. Probably the breakout star of the TI7 season. And now they're gonna look.
Mind control behind. He finds
Afu, gets off the silent sprout, comes through. They need a save for him, but Tumba Man lunging in. He's got the ult. He's not gonna even use it yet. Liquid, they spring the trap. They look for more. GH in the front lines, but Tumba Man laying out the ultimate. But Morphling comes in for the cleanup. Monet's gonna find one. Brings down the Rubik. Takes out of the fight. Gem hits the deck. 3 have fallen. No buybacks ready. Down goes the DP. Liquid surging back in like a wave.
The mid lane's very pushed right now, so Prophet, if he wants, he can port it. That's exactly what he's doing right now. And he finds Monet. Can he actually go for the kill? He can't break the Lincolns. He could sprout to break it.
The charge could, the charge could though. Looking for the break. No, the charge comes after. Now the sprout.
He's got cheese.
He's got cheese. He may have to pop it here. Hanging on. Chain stun down. Still has that cheese. Bash.
Bashes are real right now.
Keeps the cheese. Keeps the cheese. Fakes around.
Okay, but
Monet
they're not doing enough.
going to pop it. He's going to have to go back to the well. They won't have a Death Prophet for 30. They won't have an Exorcism. There's no buyback on the Batrider. Illusions are banning on this tower. The tower is low. It's not done just yet. They kill out Monet. He holds the line. Creates his own Terrorblade, which is now being fought by the counterplay here. Reflection, not going to win the day, at least not yet. The Replicant survives. FTG's falling. Bottom lane is pushing. Opening could be now. Liquid take that tower. DDC with the deny, but he's only opening things up for Liquid to come in. Afu needs to jump soon. He's got that Echo mind control. Trapped up. BKB look to run, but there is a lasso. They can hunt him down. Silence the counter. Blink. Lasso. Where's the turn? Where's the help? Waving forward with the mallet and shotgun. Bam! Down he goes. And they do hold the line, but that bottom lane all the while, Lumi was pushing in, some of those buffer buildings start to be eliminated.
It seems like the Team Liquid game plan is just a war of attrition. You find kills and you damage buildings. We're gonna see this team fight one more time. Great initiation from Mind Control. Like taking Shaker out of the fight gives them a really, really strong fighting chance. Without the Shaker disable and the Chain Stun, LFY cannot take a fight.
And that's the dream scenario. They get up all their BKBs, they initiate, the Shaker isn't there. That's how Liquid are going to take fights at this stage of the game. The Morphling knows he can't even fight against it. Sure, they can't catch him. They can kill his teammates, though. Liquid need like one more of those fights, catch some LFY heroes without buybacks, then a second lane could be theirs. Now the top is opened up.
But Morphling is getting to a point where he can start to take fight. The Manta style is almost finished. It comes down to whether Monet is going to save buyback, right? If he feels like I got to go all in, then we're going to see a Manta very soon. Do you feel like he needs to go on in a situation like this? This is, I mean, it's like a hard question to answer.
It's too close to call, honestly.
Now we'll see what his decision is.
Dire scan, hunting is claimed just a bit off, looking for that NP, but he's always on the prowl for him, and this is what the panel mentioned. As the game gets later, like sure, maybe the bat struggles early if he's laning and gets the profit at the Veno as his matchup, but at this stage, you really have to be careful if you're mind control.
Monet's finishing the Manta, no buyback right now. Obviously,
all right.
Liquid doesn't know this.
A ballsy maneuver. Now granted, he is very, very difficult to kill.
Yeah. I think the reason he done this, he's doing this is because it gives him much more survivability. Also, split push right now is going to be a way for LFY to extend the game, and the Manta style is actually fairly decent at knocking down.
There's still tier 1s for them to grab. This bottom one probably in danger now as Monet ramps up. He's going to shotgun down a creep, but he's very careful. He knows he doesn't have buyback, so very reluctant to commit the main hero to the lane. Even though those towers are low-hanging fruit, could be poisonous. So bring Monet back, they'll let him keep on farming. Scotty next on the menu, trying to build towards that late game Godzilla Morphling. The water boss to match up against it.
Uproot and after them.
I wonder if he's going to think about changing items, because there is a butterfly showing on Terrorblade. MKB is not exactly the most common option here on Morphling, but might have to react to the other side of the carry.
Let's see.
For now, he's storing go for buyback.
Mind control, showing himself bottom. We do see that Terrorblade moving in, the reflections coming out, and now the chase, but there's the cast. They can bring in the Morphling, they can force out the BKB, perhaps with a shotgun. Don't know what else is behind Miracle, though. The vision is lacking for LFY. They will not breach. Liquid still asserting themselves around the map.
Well, bottom, we saw Bat Rider blinking in, popping dust.
But this is an opening for Monet. He can move in, start working on this tower.
He can start backdooring.
Slow, steady progress done. Now he's going to wave himself back. Retreating. Liquid rotate on mid.
And you can see that what they're doing right now.
Roche is up, so doubtful that Liquid wants to go for this. They're going to scan. They detect no Morphling, no Bat Rider lurking bottom. Maybe hoping for that easy kill that would just set up a free Roche or force a buyback. LFY not trying to give up hobbies now.
Range Rex, don't kill. All right, Casket's going to fly out. The reason why Monet is playing so reserved, despite having Linken's Manta and of course Replica up on line, is that they can break his Linken's across the map with a charge, and then Prophet could be behind him with, you know,
TP,
Orchid.
Silence, Sprout, and then he's tanky, but he's a bit of a sitting duck. Like, they do have the Manta still to remove that Silence, but perhaps the Chain Stun comes in by then.
This time around, LFY don't, no heroic Aegis Steel play from them. And they have to rough it out. Aegis Cheese Push next time around, and it's going to be a tough one. Butterfly, like I mentioned, online on Terrorblade already.
Miracle gonna put down that Aegis in his inventory, making way for it, and Liquid, they'd love to get a second lane with this. They would love to put LFY firmly on the back foot. That tower mid's about to drop, so it could be all three lanes ripe for the taking.
There are
bottom already secured.
There are no buybacks on any of LFY's member. Courier? Oh my god. There was buyback on Prophet, but I think he was sending the Courier to finish the Shiva's guard. They just want to commit everything for the next fight. They believe that if they don't hold this push, the game's over.
Okay, well they do have it on Death Prophet now, so one buyback for LFY. But
no, he was trying to finish the Shivas, and then he wouldn't have it. But either way, I guess he has it now. But
yeah, does he just commit for the Shivas? 2 lives on Death Prophet, generally not very useful.
Exactly. Yeah.
So perhaps he just goes all in, and that's assuming Couriers could get to the secret shop.
Looks like it won't.
Liquid keep on pressing here, sending illusions to top, sending illusions to mid. chipping away, and always on the range racks. Those won't regenerate.
Dyer's middle
Tower even
has
getting
been
denied mid. LFY
Dyer's top barracks are under
salting and
attack.
burning the fields as they retreat. One buyback in this game, which makes Aegis a big trump card. But Monet, he's got a replicate of his own. He'll send that out in front, a very tanky Terrorblade to deal with these trans.
Prophet's got Hex, by the way.
Could be the difference maker with no buyback. The shotgun comes out, the Fissure committed. Do they want to
Lasso?
blow him? They lasso him in. They drag him deeper. The vaunted high ground defense is there.
He's got BKB.
He's got the BKB. Exorcism is on point. Can they echo this? Can they time it? They're going to let him walk away. The damage is forcing him on his heels. The Miracles has
Top lane. Top lane. Draxus.
The rat is coming. Mind control gets one, but he might pay with his life. Fissure coming through. The last
They got
one.
the shotgun.
BKB. The damage.
Did it have vision?
Doesn't have a TP yet. The TP's on cooldown. They're pumping it into him in the mid lane. The illusion's working on the range, but still, LFY hold the melee.
I don't know, man. That was
For
a
now.
very costly push. They committed a BKB. They committed to Aegis. They got a range racks and a tier 3. Do you think that's worth it? I'm not sure.
Good enough. Morphling starting to feel it. Monet is leaving the base. He gets charged. He gets control.
Oh my God!
He's dead!
The damage coming out fast and furious. He has farmed enough
That's
for
a
a buyback.
monster kill streak.
You forced that
And a
buyback.
likely buyback coming here right now. Echo is there.
Just
Watch for the shaker. Don't get caught. That's the call for Liquid. But they push in. They die for DDC. They get him in.
the buyback.
Where's that buyback? It's coming here. It's coming now. BKB's on cooldown. They kill the TV. He's got buyback as well. But if they can't kill the Morphling, they're not going to commit. They get more.
two.
They get two. They might try to find the third.
I don't
Duels
think
and
that's
retreat.
I don't think that's enough here for LFY. They need
They
to push
force
across the
Morphling
map.
buyback.
Yeah, they need to push across the map and get more done. Because the next time, if they pick Morphling, that is a game here for LFY.
And there are ways to kill him. He is not invulnerable. Monet was feeling like he was God.
I mean, he was so morphed into agility that
God, he just melted.
yeah, a couple of right clicks was enough here. Watching some of the reaction from the players. LFY going the other direction. Shiva's guard delivered on Death Prophet.
She'll get tankier. We still haven't seen that Echo. That is LFY's Weapon X that
Radiant's
could break
middle
this
tower
game
is
open.
under attack.
Liquid also need to be wary. They'll hang back for now. They've got their cheese. Here comes the charge. Kuro committing into a fissure. Could be into trouble. Upgrading the totem.
Where'd you go?
Smacks him down and doesn't have the buyback. Oh, that just got it, actually.
Yeah,
just got it.
Oh, the gem, they want to pick it up. Super walks
Things
back
come
for
out.
it.
The Queens come out, and they are going to snag it.
That Veno was so important. I think LFY could have ran down the building. But now they get the Witch Doctor
Radiant's
heal, so
middle tower
they're going to still
is
run
under
down the
attack.
building through the backdoor regeneration. They're getting a lot of
Creeps
things
are
done.
coming, and they're looking for more. They've got a lasso ready. In
Radiant
flame,
structures are
hunting, and you could see the terror in
Radiant's
GH
middle
as he
tower
blinks
is
back
under
to the
attack.
tier 4s. Doesn't want to chance it.
Radiant's middle
LFY,
tower
one
has
step
fallen.
closer. They get their second tower. Only their second tower, Lumi, at 41 minutes. Incredible that Liquid still have these tier 1s up.
Especially against Morphling, one of the easiest hero tricks, just walk up to a tower and kill it. But I think as the game moves forward, if Monet feels brave enough to walk out of the base, he will start to be able to backdoor these tier 1 top and bottom. We'll see if he does do that, but again, he doesn't have buyback. He's so afraid he constantly needs to just sit in the base.
Liquid moving out on the map now. They know the Morphling buyback's on cooldown. If they could ever find him, the
Radiant
game
is
might
scanning.
just end. They could potentially all in for the throne, maybe the Megas at that point. So they start to move out. They scan the perimeter, clearing out these waves,
They ping the Ranger X. They know the game plan.
biding their time.
Death by 1,000 cut. One Treant hit here. One terrible illusion swipe there.
They'll need a bludgeon though for these melee. Those will
looking for a
regenerate.
smoke
And they're
wraparound.
moving in under cover of smoke.
That
Look for the lead.
rider.
Look for the jump. It's Matumba. They lift the bat. They lock them down. The ghosts come out.
He's got buyback.
Has to commit. Now the Fissure coming through. Is there going to be an echo follow? They roast up Kurogi. They're going to bring him down. No buyback. All hell breaking loose. Liquid focusing on the melee.
Melee racks.
Turning into it. But they need more than that. Looming Glyph committed for now. Liquid might need to retreat. BKBs are blown. Ultimate's expended. They do not want to overstay their welcome. But LFY, they sure do. Lasso. Control. No TP. Already the double lasso holding themselves together. It's a horrible tale for mind controls. He gets blasted. Now Matumba man on the run.
No
Limit
get
cage
more.
tries to run. No escape. No, there is a little rat in the mid. The Treants are trying to push down that tier 3.
Rain tracks under siege right now.
Miracle's coming back
Miracle's
in.
coming back in. He can't die. This is very, very risky.
He has the buyback. He has the buyback. Miracle knows
He's
what he's
going
doing.
for it.
Eyes on the prize.
Oh my lord.
The prize, and he's done
He's
it.
gonna go up top. He's gonna try to get Mega Creep. I'm not sure
He's
what
all
he's
in
doing.
on this push.
Control
Trying to
him.
slow him down. Give him the slam. Give him the jab. LFY. One melee stands, and GH is also dead. They are throwing bodies after bodies, piling up in this LFY base.
LFY.
Even if they get megas, it's not clear that Liquid can just win from there. It's a huge investment they're making in these pushes, but they are so close, Lumi.
LFY needs to get all the waves pushed out. You can see Morphlings working on bottom. Meanwhile, you got a couple of heroes moving in mid. Exodus is on cooldown on 60 seconds. That is the critical difference. If Super somehow could like sneak in an Octarine Orb in his inventory, they could just commit Exorcism for a mid push. They can't. And now Kurogi perhaps
Found
gonna get
another.
caught. They have
Snaring him
Lasso.
up.
They have
Lasso's
Lasso.
ready.
Oh,
Throwing
just charge
the
out.
charge. Get me out of here, but mid. Mid is where the push comes through. Terribly has the buyback, but he doesn't have the Metamorph when he comes back. He's not going to be the same fighting force, and they're not split pushing. LFY are going in. They're looking for their own melee. Where's the Liquid defense? Liquid are starting to lose their base.
Are you gonna go for it if they LFY?
The range is down. They have
Okay,
tier
play
1.
it safe.
They have towers in top and mid, so they either thrown or they back off and push out these side lanes. Or hell, maybe they just go for more kills.
He's gonna find mind control.
Control with
Looking
the
at TP out. Can he get the lasso? Oh, he's out. He's out.
Oh, close.
Like
close.
GH.
Liquid, they're getting spread out here. They've got to fight as a team. It's what got them this far, and they're losing more.
That's gonna be another tower, perhaps
Looking
even a
still
tier
for the
2.
fight. Now the Venom limps in.
Radiant's top tower.
Liquid, they're not split pushing. They're not sticking with the game plan. They're taking these fights one by one. And LFY, a 5-man squad in the fights, are punishing them.
I think
Still, they have the side lane tower, so still Liquid know that the only all-in play LFY can go for is a straight throne rush right now. They still have more options, but those options are fading. What was once a 15,000 gold lead,
Yeah, can we see the
down
network
to
graph,
2K.
please? That network graph has not updated yet. It's gonna go down even more.
Look at the bottom really tells the tale, that just red dots peppering the horizon. LFY fighting for their tournament lives. Liquid, they've never seen this final day of TI. And the fans begin to chant. They can feel the momentum might be shifting. LFY surging, clutch play after clutch play. Close, but not done just yet. Roche has respawned. Might be something Liquid commit for. Buybacks are also important here, Lumi. Here comes the Roche attack.
All right, I think Roshan
Set up the Treants. LFY not doing much right now. Pushing out the lanes, starting to rotate, but Roche dropping quickly. Will they get in position? They know if they overcommit to Roche, there could just be a rat attack to the north, and maybe they give up Megas. They're kind of hesitating on their side of the river. They might just even forfeit this and go for the full-on base defense, and it seems that is the decision. No contest, a clean Roche for Liquid. Aegis up on Miracle, who also has buyback.
Everyone wants to fight this. They want to fight into
Now they want to
Aegis.
fight.
Yeah.
Liquid will never see this coming.
Yeah, they don't want to
LFY
fight
said.
in their base. They don't have Glyph up for one more minute. So right now, LFY needs to take a fight outside the base. If they fight inside the base, then, you know, bodies will be thrown at that melee racks.
Just keep your eyes peeled for anyone trying to go for the back door. Look for the Shaker. Look for the Rubik. Look for the big team fight. Who's starting the party? Afu with the fissure. He gets 2, and now all hell breaks loose. Out comes the exorcism. DDC on the run. BKB's
Buyback BOT to the base right now. Mind control going for the melee racks.
For the melee, will he get it? The buyback's committed. Miracle with the double. Still they fight on. He's not able to push through.
Afu coming back in.
DJs are coming. Liquid.
They
gotta get
fight.
more.
Mind control. Mind control. This is his buyback. This is his timing. No. BKB cheese. He's gonna get the last
He
rack.
has it in 20. Mind Control gets the Megas. Liquid are close. They are close. Mind Control not dead yet. They're going to push in deeper. They get the kill. Morphling buyback is up in 8 seconds. They will still be able to fight. Not entirely over yet, but Liquid are one giant leap closer as everyone loses the fight. Negative goal change on both sides, which means a win for Liquid.
LFY needs
And
to
onto your
repel
hats. And
non-stop.
onto your buybacks.
Oh my god. The reason that Morphling is not buying back right now is that if he somehow finishes that Satanic he will be the truest, the strongest hero on the map. The question is whether he can. We're going to watch this team fight one more time. Critically, they
Fisher
killed
comes
Prophet.
out, hits 2, almost 3 heroes as Matumba blinks away. That was a really good start to the fight for LFY. But you can see how strong Miracle is right now. No one can really fight against this TV with BKB.
Yeah, the butterfly is doing so much work, and I love the decision making from Prophet. Mind control buys back, immediately goes for the melee rack. So even though the team fight went evenly, they still got it. But Miracle, perhaps now getting caught.
Oh, could be in trouble. No, he's fine for now. Miracle marching in, a slow.
He's got Metamorphosis right now.
And Prophet, no buyback, out for quite a long time if she dies.
And again, Morphling does not want to use the buyback.
He marches in, 1 foot in front of the other, but now he does get lassoed. Silence up as well. He's got
Aegis.
He's got the BKB. They love a clean
got
take
Sunder
there.
too.
Sunder being countered out here. It looks like at least for now, Miracle though gets it off and still chasing forward.
He can't die here.
Commitment. He's so deep. He's so damn deep.
Morphling buys back. They force out the buyback. Morphling goes in Superman mode. Can he hold the base?
Miracle's in on his own. He needs a little help. He's going to need it soon. GH coming from behind. They lock him down. Can they kill him once? The base is crumbling. LFY, death by 1,000 cuts.
Going for the tier 4 mind control. Popping that BKB. He's down to half. Can they actually kill him?
But
No,
he's still
it's going to be
fighting it.
fine.
He's still fighting this. Miracle is fighting this.
GG! LFY crumbles under the pressure.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Wow.
Hope's in the booth. Liquid erupt, and so does Key Arena. They are going to the grand final. They've got a crack at newbie. A full best of 5. A TI championship and over $10 million to the winner.